Hey guys, Torie here, and today we're talking snorkels. So you might remember that last year I did an unboxing and review on a full face snorkel mask, and you can find that video here with the little... One day I will figure out which side these things are. That is not today, but I'll put the tab up there. You guys can click and watch that video from last year if you want. But this year we're updating it. We have some different masks to try and talk about, so let's get right into it. I have 3 different mask designs. I have a traditional mask here, just, one that you've probably used a million times, face part. With that, we have a full face mask here, and then we have the new designs, which are the half face mask. So kind of a hybrid of these two. A little bit of this and a little bit of this. So let's start with a traditional mask, because that's what you're probably most familiar with. If you've ever gone snorkeling, if you've ever rented snorkel equipment, this is what they would have you. This is kind of what you can walk into any store, whether it be a sporting goods store or even your local, Walmart, Target, whatever, and this is typically the type of mask you will find and be able to buy. The convenient thing, this does have a nice carrying case. There's that, and then we have here the 2 pieces. The pros of this kind of mask are going to be, one, like I said, you can kind of buy them almost anywhere. You're probably most familiar with this, so you're used to the way it looks, you're used to the way it feels, and you're used to the way to wear it. They typically have pretty good, suction, so you don't get too much water in your face, which is nice. This mask, because this has a soft rubber, you can fold this a little bit, like that. The cons of this kind of mask are, one, we have 2 kind of large pieces that you have to keep, and not to lose. You could easily, completely lose this, and then you're just left with a mask. So, we have the 2 large pieces. If you've ever used these before, sometimes this part gets kinked, depending on, how it works in your mask. And that can restrict breathing and just be like a little bit harder to deal with. You can kind of feel that you're not getting as much air as you want, and also you have to, and this sounds kind of silly, but you have to remember to keep this thing in your mouth and keep your mouth closed around it. You want that seal to be tight, and if you're kind of moving your mouth around or like adjusting, then you could obviously get water in your throat and swallow it, which, if you've never done before, sucks. But it happens to all of us. Overall, the classic design, there's definitely some pros to it, there's definitely some cons to it. The second one we're going to talk about is the full face one. So this is like the design that I tested out last year. So the pros of this are going to be, one, you have a large viewing space. You have all of this in front of you clear, and the sides are clear here, whereas this is going to have a color, so you kind of have more peripheral. You have a big view there. Your snorkel part is attached, so this is just one piece of equipment you have to carry along. You just boop, pop it together, and it folds down pretty easily. Easy peasy. Like I said, this is the one that I tested out last year, and you can check out that video if you want to see more about these ones. The cons of this one would be, for me, I would say as a lady, this head thing to get in, I don't really like the idea of having to squeeze my head through this, because it's gonna mess up my makeup if I have any on, or my sunscreen. It's gonna mess up my hair. Super vain, silly things, but just something to take into account. If you're a girl and you have your hair in a bun, this might be a pain in the butt to get over all of that. And I know that seems trivial. Another con would be, although this is one piece and it folds down, this thing itself does not fold or move. So it only has the one direction. So you would need to, make sure that, when you're snorkeling, that you're not dipping this under the water. Another con of these ones are, these are for snorkeling only. These are not for diving because of the way that the air gets in there. You don't want to go under the water and hold in all your air and build in that CO2, because when you come back to the surface, it's not as easy to blow all that CO2 out, and that can be dangerous. So these are great for, kids. These are great for, beginning snorkelers. But again, these are for snorkeling only. So if you're going to be spearfishing and diving and going down to the bottom of the water, you don't want to use a mask like this. You want to use another mask that more easily pushes the air out so that it's safer for you. So now we're going to talk about the new design, which is the half snorkel mask, and the sponsor of this video, which is Unigear. And let's talk about these masks here. And a little bit right here, you can see that is the face piece, and in the back we also have the breathing tube. So some of the pros about this one are, one, you have the smaller face design. So if you're not someone that wants a full face mask all the way around, you don't have to have one. It has anti-fog glass, and it has the rubber around the edge, so a nice comfortable fit. Also, the breathing tube, not only does it completely detach, but it also folds in half. So a little bit smaller, this is definitely the smallest little compact, set of all of the masks right there. To put this together, they come attached, that little thing in there you can hear that's, helps your air, you're blowing, you're in and out, whatever. You're just gonna pop this down, push it, snap it, and then again, you're going to push that in here. So now you have that whole piece, but as we saw when you fold it up, super compact and easy. This is just using the eyes and the nose. So your mouth is free. So you're gonna do all your breathing in and out of your nose, and your mouth is kind of free to just, relax and not like be biting down, like a traditional one like this. You'll know after you get out of the water, you usually have like a red ring around your mouth because your mouth's been open, almost like you're the dentist or orthodontist, if they open your mouth with little tools, or whatever other extracurricular activities you do that involve tools that keep the mouth open. Not my business, but you know what I'm saying. Your mouth has a big old red ring around it and you look kind of silly. So this, you're not gonna have that because you're gonna do all your breathing through your nose. Like that. So, the pro, small, compact. The other pro, because you don't have anything in your mouth, you can use this for diving because you'll just hold your breath. You won't be breathing out CO2 into the mask. Whereas when you have a full face mask, because you have that space, you're kind of able to kind of be like under the water. I mean, obviously you're not breathing in, but you can kind of like breathe out into the water. With this, your mouth is going to be closed. You're going to be holding your breath just like you would any other time you're diving. And when you pop up to the surface, you will just take a breath in. You won't be breathing in any CO2 that you've been keeping in the mask because you've been holding your breath and you're able to dive to the bottom and you come up and then you can take that breath of air. This little nose part is really soft and bendable, which is nice. And if you're going to be doing a lot of diving and snorkeling, it can get uncomfortable. The cons of this one are, front is not tempered glass as far as I know, so it might scratch a little bit easier. And because this is all one piece, you might know when you have one like this and this gets water in it, you're able to pop up to the surface, take this out of your mouth and kind of, blow into it, push the air out and get the water out. Whereas this, the water might be here and then it's going to be in your mask. So while it's not going to drown you, you have this separate piece here that's, can help. You're going to have to come to the surface and lift the mask and drain it. I think this is a really cool new design. I've never seen them like this, so I'm excited to try this out and really test out like how it feels to have, kind of the best of both worlds, have the convenience of the one piece and the full face mask, and also have the ability to dive and go underwater a little bit more. And we are going to hop over to my sister's house because she has a pool and test these babies out. It's going to be freezing because it's still April, and I know that sounds like nothing, but in Florida it takes forever for the water to warm up. So that's going to be fun. Probably gonna make my brother-in-law jump in too and do some testing. So let's head over there. All right, guys, I'm at my sister's house. My brother-in-law's cleaning the pool. I don't really want to do this, it's gonna be so cold, but I do this for you. I didn't see this earlier, but there's a plug so you can take the snorkel off and just use it as a mask. It's cold. It's very cold. So I think the best way for me to do this is to just jump in, which is miserable. Miserable, absolutely miserable.
It's good, I like what you're doing there. It's gonna be f***ing cold.
Yeah, you can say it.
It's not that bad. It's not as bad as the other weekend.
Let's go!
It's so cold. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, it's so cold. Oh my god.
Really? That cold?
Oh, it's like an ice bath in here. Oh, we're gonna try all of these right now, starting with what you know. Oh my god! So you can see this one's fogging up. I can't really see too much out of the side. And then what I was talking about earlier is how this bends. It kind of gets a kink in it.
Doesn't look like this. Like this is real cute. It's not.
That's not cute. So this is the full face guy. As I mentioned, this is kind of a pain to get over. Like you gotta squeeze your whole freaking brain in there. And it's on. I feel like I'm in space. Is this what astronauts feel like? Yeah, it almost feels like I'm kind of holding my breath. Like I feel like it doesn't push the air in and out as much as I would like it to. Or maybe it's just the idea that it felt a little claustrophobic. This is super clogged up. The visibility's really nice on it though, but it definitely felt a little bit like Darth Vader-y. So this is the half mask, the new one from Unigear. Does this look cool? Do I look cool?
I mean, yeah, you look really cool.
I like that the mouth's open. I don't have to put anything in my mouth.
Yeah.
Nice. Guys, so I'm not staying in the water any longer. It's really cool that this one doesn't have a mouthpiece. You definitely have to get used to remembering to keep the mouth shut, but it is cool that you can just breathe in and out of your nose and it goes through here and everything. And then I kind of showed a little clip of it. I did find a plug so you could take this off and plug the top and just use it as a mask without the snorkel if you would prefer. So if you're interested, there's a coupon code and check the link in the description, guys. And get in the water soon when it's warm by you. Okay, bye. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned a little bit more about the Unigear half snorkel mask. Again, thank you Unigear for sending me this. And in the description box, I'm going to have a link. There's also a coupon code. I'll put it right here somewhere on the screen. So if you want to buy one of these, save some money, you can do that and let me know what you think about these masks. Would you try one? Would you not try one? Do you want one right now? What do you think? All right, guys, we'll be back to fishing soon. Bye.